What is up, everybody? What is up? We just heard the news the other day. Charles Alexander, number 4, Alexander the Great, that he'd be getting his jersey retired, becoming one of just now 4 LSU Tigers to ever have this honor. Tommy Casanova, Stovall, and of course Cannon. Now he is the 4th Tiger to get this honor, Charles Alexander. One of the greatest running backs in SEC history, already in the College Football Hall of Fame. His number 4 retired. And I mean, as much as I am for the retiring of these numbers, as much as I'm for the honoring, way overdue honoring of Charles Alexander. You know, this is a 2-time Heisman finalist. And in the era of running backs, he was one of the best. Had a very long career at the Cincinnati Bengals. But the one thing I cannot stop thinking about is you get rid of number 4. You get rid of number 9. You know you're going to at some point. No one can wear it anyway right now. Number 5. You know you're going to get rid of it someday. People can't even wear it right now. You know at some point, or at least it should happen, Kevin Falk is going to get his number 3 also retired. So let's think about this. You're not going to have number 3 available at some point. You're not going to have number 4 available starting from September, starting now. That, by the way, his jersey will be retired on September 16th against Florida in Tiger Stadium, according to Charles Alexander today on the Matt Moscona After Further Review show is where he announced that. And, you know, I want to see Charles Alexander retired. I want to see him get his due. But my God, we're going to run out of numbers here. We're not going to have number 3 at some point. We don't have number 4 anymore. Number 5 is off the books already. Number 9 is off the books already. I mean, number 7 is something you have to earn. Number 18 is something you have to earn as well. Number 37's gone. Number 20's gone. I mean, I'm just wondering here. Like, are we really screwing ourselves with numbers? Are we going to be out of numbers? You know, the big single-digit numbers attract a lot of top players. They want to wear those numbers. I know this sounds like a stupid talking point. Stop a really stupid debate that we're having here where the numbers. But I'm telling you, this stuff matters to some kids. This stuff matters to some people. And LSU are going to have a considerable amount of numbers that are either going to be, retired or just unavailable. Where you're talking about Kevin Falk's number 3, within at least the next 5 years, you would think his number will be retired. Joe Burrow's number already is unavailable to wear. Jaden Daniels, number 5, already unavailable to wear. We also know Glenn Dorsey's 72 should have been unavailable the second that 2007 season ended. Seriously. And then, Dorsey, let's think of who else could probably get their jerseys retired. Dorsey, Fournette, potentially. But then you'd have to retire 7. So I think you're going to see Fournette get his retired. Burrow, of course, is going to get – Dorsey is going to get retired. Burrow is going to get retired. Daniels, number 5, retired. So you're probably going to have, Falk, number 3, retired. Daniel, that's going to be retired, I think, next, probably, number 3. Number 5, Jaden Daniels at some point. Already unavailable. Number 9, Joe Burrow at some point, very soon, already unavailable. Okay. Glenn Dorsey, number 72. Available The last person to wear it was, I think, Garrett Dellinger, of course, 72. Did a really good service for that number. He will not be. He will be probably one of the last people to wear that jersey number as well. So, as much as I'm for honoring these guys, as much as I'm for jerseys being retired, man, I'm wondering, like, we're gonna be short. I mean, we're gonna only have, at some point coming soon here in the next 4 or 5 years, maybe 3, 4, or 5 years, we are not gonna have number 9 available. Number 5 won't be available. Number 4 won't be available. Number 3 won't be available. Just in the top 10, you'll have 4 numbers missing. That's kind of crazy. I don't know if we should be doing that. But what we should be doing for sure is honoring Charles Alexander and the absolute freak, the beast that this guy was. Watch his tape, man. He's so physical. He is absolutely a hammer. He's an absolute hammerhead as a running back, this dude. And, another Texas Tiger, another Texas great Tiger out of Galveston. Another first-round pick for LSU, just barely outside the top 10 at number 12. Should have been inside the top 10, you'd probably say, but number 12 outside the top 10, like very small margins between there and that. He won the SEC Player of the Year in 1977, 2-time consensus All-American in 77 and 78. I believe he was just the second ever multi-All-American at LSU after Tommy Casanova. I believe that's correct, because I remember Tommy Casanova held that distinction for quite some time. Of course, he's in the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. Of course, he's in the College Football Hall of Fame. Now LSU have retired his number, which was the right thing to do. The right thing to do. It's pretty insane when you know that Jerry Stovall actually recruited Charles Alexander. Jerry Stovall was actually the running backs coach at LSU at the time. And Stovall, another one of the greats at LSU to have their number retired, just one of 4. One of the greatest Tigers ever. Man, he could really see what was in the water there with Charles Alexander, because he knew this is the dude we have to get. We have to get this guy. He backed up Terry Robisky for a while, and as he said on the show with Moscona today, he said, I had 2.8. I averaged 2.8 yards my freshman year, and then I jumped up to averaging over 5 my second year. It was like, yeah, the dude was a freak. And, he really turned it up his junior year. Scoring, he scored 4 touchdowns against Oregon, went over 200 yards against Oregon. 1,686 rushing yards in his junior year. Set the Sun Bowl record. RIP Sun Bowl. 31 carries, 197 yards. Just give him the extra 3 yards, damn it. Of course, offensive player of the game in that game. LSU were just a bad team in those years, losing 3 games, losing multiple games. 78, though. 78. David Woodley's in there at quarterback, and so maybe is he not going to be relied on enough? Well, another 8-3 record, and still Alexander, he just went off. He was incredible. So many different 100-yard games, over 200. He finished his LSU career with 4,035 rushing yards. That's over 1,500 more. That's over 50. Just think about it. This is an incomprehensible stat. That's over his 4,035 rushing yards is over 1,500 yards more than the Tigers' previous career rushing yards leader. That's number 1 by some distance. I mean, his 1,686 rushing yards and 153.3 per game average in the 77 season, that junior year, those were LSU single game records that stood until Leonard Fournette was able to snap them in 2015. Alexander, what a freak. What a freak. 17 touchdowns in 77, 14 rushing touchdowns in 78, adding 2 receiving touchdowns that senior year. 431 receiving yards, 49 catches as well. Charles Alexander, man. Alexander the Great, baby. We salute you. I also wanted, I really wish we had our laptop so we could put up the footage, put up the photos of this guy, because I think you can't talk about LSU history and why LSU have become the modern colossus that they are without talking about Skip Bertman. And I know a lot of people would be like, why are you talking about a baseball coach when you're a football podcast? What the hell are you doing? I know a lot of people have given Nick Saban complete and full credit for the rise of LSU football in the 21st century, which I understand. I get that. As you would, as you should. He coached the team. He recruited all those guys. He built the infrastructure correctly. Of course. He set an example. He set a foundation that was not only copied by many other programs from LSU, but copied by future LSU coaches trying to rebuild that Saban dynasty, right? Saban has gone on record saying that it was because of Skip Bertman that shit happened. Not only was Skip Bertman the athletic director during Saban's time, but Skip Bertman really made sure to befriend Nick Saban, show him the lay of the land, help him make the right connections in Baton Rouge, from the business community to recruiting to all over the place. High school coaches, all of it. Skip Bertman has just as much to do with the rise of LSU football being, second only to Alabama in 21st century national championships as he is to do with the baseball program being the powerhouse that they are under Jay Johnson, winning a title under Paul Maneri, winning five national championships under Skip Bertman's watch. And I believe even went to like a 6th finals of the World Series. 7 SEC championships in 18 years as LSU's head coach. 870 wins. His .754 winning percentage in NC baseball tournament competition is the highest among head coaches in college baseball history. Skip Bertman is a legend. And on his 86th birthday, LSU baseball have to do him proud. But not only that, being someone who covers LSU football primarily, I have to give a big tribute to Skip Bertman because, man, it's not just what he did for baseball. It's what this guy did for football. It's what he did for the entire program at LSU. What he built. I mean, as an athletic director, LSU won a national championship in 2003, won another national championship in 2008. I'm trying to think if LSU won baseball, how many baseball World Series LSU won during that time. I think only one in 2008, maybe 2009. But baseball coaches had a hard time following that act. Smoke LaFell. Smoke was absolutely, he took LSU to the precipice of winning one. Smoke LaFell couldn't get it done. Was absolutely driven out of town. Paul Maneri wins one, but doesn't quite. He's kind of like a Les Miles figure for baseball, Paul Maneri. And baseball coaches at LSU it's been hard to step into those shoes of Skip Bertman unless you're Jay Johnson. And what did Jay Johnson do his first day as LSU head coach? What I would do on my first day if I was the football coach, if I was the softball coach, if I was the hockey coach, if I was the soccer coach, I'm going to Skip Bertman and I'm asking him, how do I be successful here, man? How did you do it? Show me. I want to be a sponge. Because Skip Bertman, he will take the time, he will spend the time with you, and he wants success for everybody. Skip Bertman, we love you. We appreciate you. We dedicate this show and future shows to you. Age of 86, 86th birthday, man. You're still loved. Hold the rope, baby. Skip Bertman. So many people give him credit as being the greatest college baseball coach of all time. He is. 5 national championships. I believe 2 other times where LSU got to the final, right? 2 other times. Lost to Stanford in one of those, right? I'm not exactly sure, but I know they won 5 national championships. But many forget that it was him who helped Nick Saban, craft the foundation that would take LSU to being a powerhouse in the 21st century as a football program. So I wanted to give him that credit today on his 86th birthday with absolute love to you, Skip Bertman, sir. Thank you for all you do. Charles Alexander, Skip Bertman, honored today, this weekend, and the rest of the season. Beautiful, beautiful news to see Charles Alexander's number 4 to be retired. And Skip Bertman's 86th birthday. Got to give love. Everybody, thank you for watching. We'll be doing more live streams, I think, this weekend. But we also have a big article coming out. We got one article about the team, and then we got some news coming. So keep your eyes peeled on that and go to LSUODYSSEY.com. Thank you, everybody.